What's up, everybody? This is Tubasolo coming at you with a quick backpacking food review. So I want to say about a month ago or so, there was a gal on Facebook in one of the backpacking forums that was offering free samples of backpacking food from this company called My Trail Fork. They are a US-based company. They're out of Boulder, Colorado. You could visit them on mytrailfork.com. You could also, if you're into the Instagram thing, you can go visit them at My Trail Fork. Or if you want to go visit them on Facebook, you can go ahead and visit them at facebook.com mytrailfork. All of those things were going to be linked in the bottom in the description of this video. But yeah, this gal was on the website. She was offering free samples. I went ahead and took her up on her offer, and they went ahead and sent me this food that you see before you. Now, I wanted to say right off the bat that there was no expectation of a positive review or anything. Rather, they just said, go ahead and try it. And I actually threw it out there that I was probably going to do this on my YouTube channel and go ahead and see how this thing tasted and let all my YouTube followers know what I thought of it. So a little bit about the company. My Trail Fork, according to their website, they empower explorers to tackle their most ambitious and adventurous goals. They make sure that each adventure is fully stocked with custom nourishing and lightweight meals. Before they trek, and they promise that based off of the meals that they provide, that you'll have plenty of energy and plenty of focus to pay attention to everything that you have to do whenever you're backpacking or trekking. Another thing that's kind of at the heart of their mission, according to their website, is it says that My Trail Fork aims to make food that sustains not only you and your adventure, but the environment you're spending time in. So they seem to be very earth conscious. From my understanding, all of this packaging is biodegradable and very healthy for the earth. They also specialize in providing, and this is like the unique thing that kind of, is kind of interesting. It's not necessarily what you hear every single day, and they definitely, provide a different kind of a menu. They specialize in providing vegetarian and vegan options, gluten-free options, and even paleo keto diet options. So that's definitely a lot different than what most people expect when they go backpacking. Usually it's all about the carbs. It's all about having a pack of Oreos every 5 minutes on the trail. It's all about having the maximum amount of calories that you can carry for the least amount of weight. From their current menu right now, of the food that they offer, as of the making of this video, they offer paleo oats, coconut granola with milk, apricot almond couscous, lima beans and rice, unwrapped burrito, which I must say sounds very good. I'd love to try that one. Loaded veggie hummus. This one, good luck reading this one. Coconut chana masala. I hope I read that right. Hopefully you guys understand what on earth I'm trying to say with that. Cinnamon roll oats. That sounds really good. And then finally, peanut butter banana oats. And of those ones, the two that we have here is the apricot almond couscous, and we have the peanut butter, peanut butter banana oats. So again, this stuff looks very interesting. When I first got the packaging and I picked it up, my first initial reaction was like, my goodness, this feels kind of heavy. Now I think the situation really is that the food is somewhat concentrated on the inside, so it maybe feels heavier because all of the weight is right in the center of the bag. So I went ahead and grabbed one of my Packet Gourmet meals, this All-American Works burger, which is definitely one of the bulkiest meals that they make. And I wanted to go ahead and test their meals against Packet Gourmet as far as weight is concerned, because that was like my initial reaction. I mean, both of these, when you're holding them, they feel girthy. But the interesting thing is, when you're holding up the Packet Gourmet, it doesn't feel as bad. But I think you're going to find out that the result is actually much more surprising than we all maybe realize. Alrighty, so we have the scale zeroed out here, and what we're going to do first is we're going to go ahead and take the Packet Gourmet meal, and that's the first one that we're going to place on the scale. This is kind of the control of this experiment right here. As you can see, the Packet Gourmet meal, which I think is one of their heaviest meals, the All-American Works burger, comes out to 5.7 ounces. In grams, that is 162 grams. So that is how much the control weighs. And again, I was under the impression that these My Trail Fork versions felt a little bit heavier than that. But let's go ahead and place those on the scale. This is the apricot couscous. And what do we have here? Look at that. We have 5.6 ounces. So even though this feels heavier because I think the weight is more concentrated in the bag, it's actually just a smidge lighter than the Packet Gourmet. So the My Trail Fork Apricot Couscous is 5.6 ounces, or for those that like grams, it is 157 grams. Alrighty, so now we have the scale zeroed out one more time. Let's go ahead and put the peanut butter banana oats on there and see what we got as far as weight is concerned. So it looks like that comes out to 5.8 ounces, or what is that, 163 grams. So that is just a smidge heavier than the Packet Gourmet. So the good thing is that all of these fall within a particular benchmark, which is roughly, 5.5 ounces or so. So that's good. I mean, that was kind of my initial concern when I first picked up these two packages. I was just like, my goodness, this feels so much heavier than what I'm used to. But it turns out that it actually isn't. So the next step that we're going to do right here is we're going to go ahead and get this thing out of the way. I'm going to go ahead and put together these meals. I'm assuming that it's something very simple that you really just add water to. But I'm going to go ahead and look to see what exactly, here we go, instructions. So for the peanut butter banana oats, it says empty contents of packaging into a separate bowl or mug. Boil 4 ounces of water. Combine boiling water with packaged contents. Stir and enjoy. It says your oats should be ready almost instantly. So that's really good. That one's basically done instantly. This particular one says empty the contents of the packaging into a separate bowl or mug. Boil 10 ounces of water. Combine boiling water with packaged contents. Cover. Allow to rehydrate approximately 5 minutes. More water may be added to achieve desired consistency. Eat and enjoy. We're back. I am ready to boil up some water here to try out these My Trail Fork foods. So let me go ahead and get a bunch of water boiled up over here. As I stated earlier, the one over here on the right hand side looks like it's going to need 4 ounces of water, and the one on the left over here is going to need 10 ounces of water. So as long as we have about 14 ounces of water in there, which I'm sure we do because it's a 600 milliliter cup, we should be good to go. I've got a measuring cup here so we can give this thing a fair assessment based off of what it's expecting to get. We're also going to go ahead and transfer, while everything is boiling up, we're going to go ahead and transfer the contents of these two items into these Ziploc freezer bags. And we're going to do some freezer bag cooking, let them reconstitute in there, and then we're going to go ahead and use my my Packet Gourmet Trail koozie. This is what I use typically whenever I do backpacking meals. This is what I reconstitute food in. Works great and should give the Apricot Almond Couscous enough time to go ahead and reconstitute and actually taste pretty good. So let's go ahead and get started with that. Alrighty, so we are going to go ahead and set our stuff a-boiling. While we're doing that, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and move this over to the side very carefully. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and open up this Almond Couscous and get that into the freezer bag. Okay, so the first problem that I'm having here is that it looks like you need to cut this guy. So make sure you bring some kind of a cutting utensil when you're taking this out on a trail. If you don't have your knife with you, you're gonna have to basically tear in this thing with your teeth. So let me grab a knife here real quick while that's boiling up. Okay, so I went ahead and I got this thing cut open. What's really nice, I also noticed about these My Trail Fork meals, is that they actually have Ziplocs on the top over here. So that is what the couscous almond stuff looks like. That actually looks pretty doggone tasty, man. I gotta admit. Let's go ahead and get that into the freezer bag. It has a very nice smell. It's certainly not offensive in any way. That is what this looks like right here, the almond couscous. So once we get our boiling water, we're going to go ahead and transfer some of that boiling water into this. And we're going to let this sit for about 5 minutes or so. And we are almost boiling over here with the soda stove. Alrighty, and we are boiling water there, so let me go ahead and shut that off real quick. And I'll hop right back behind the camera. And I'll grab my towel here because I don't want to burn my hands. So I'm going to go ahead and pour 10 ounces in here. I'm going to have to do it in 2 shots here. So we're going to have 8 ounces and then 2 ounces. So that's 8 ounces there. always get wary of this stuff when we're talking about boiling water here. Alright, so that's that, and then we're gonna get, let's see how hot that is. That still feels pretty hot. I need 2 more ounces here. Ooh, oh dear. Okay, and that's 2 more ounces right there. Alright, so that is 10 ounces into this right here. I'm going to let that mix up just a smidge, and then we're going to shut this up. We're going to leave a little bit of an air vent, so I'm not going to go ahead and tighten that all the way down. And I'm going to go ahead and open this up and place this in my packet gourmet koozie and allow this to reconstitute for about 5 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and place that guy back over here. And let's go ahead and set a timer on that. So that's going to be running right there. And we'll go ahead and let that do its thing. Alrighty, so the other one was the peanut butter banana oats. Now this one, yeah, see, now this one doesn't have to be cut. So they don't all have to be cut. This one actually opened up pretty easily. So let's go ahead and just open that guy up. This too also has almost no smell. That just looks like oats and bananas in there. So let's go ahead and get that into the Ziploc. And now this stuff is supposed to be basically ready to rock and roll almost immediately. This one looks like, again, just looks like oats, really. Oats and peanut butter. So let's go ahead and see how we doing with the heat here with this. This is cooled off. So let's see, do we have 4 ounces? Yes, we do. All right. So we got 4 ounces of water that we'll go ahead and place into this right here. And I'm just going to go ahead and mix this up by hand. That is a little bit warm. Let me let that stand for just a second. Let me get this guy out of the way. Just make sure we don't accidentally knock him over. Yeah, just mixing this up by hand here. You know what? Here, let me grab the spoon and we'll mix this up a little bit more with the spoon and see kind of where we're at. That actually smells really good. It almost has a cinnamony smell now. I'm quite surprised. Let's see. Let's hope it tastes as good as it smells. You know what? That isn't horrible. That's actually pretty good. So that is what the final product looks like right there. It looks just like oats. I mean, it tastes great. And there's actually something, a little crunchiness in there. I don't know exactly what that is. It almost looks like some kind of, oh gosh, I want to say almost even chia seed, but I could be completely wrong. But that's actually really good. And I think if you add a little bit more cinnamon in there, ooh, doggy, you got a winner. Got a winner with this one. So I'll take another taste here. But yeah, that one that I just took a taste of right there, that was the, whoops, I got this backwards here. That was the peanut butter banana oats. Okay. All right, so that was our timer on our couscous. Set that down right over there. Let's open up the couscous and see where we're at with this. Ooh, baby. That, ooh, look at that. That actually reconstituted pretty nicely. And consistency is very close to real deal couscous. Ooh, oh man, that actually looks pretty good. But let's check this guy out now. Let me pull some of this out of there. All right, so that is what that looks like right there. And the consistency looks really nice, not even remotely watery. Looks very desirable to eat. I mean, you know how sometimes the backpacking food can get a little bit dicey looking, but this actually looks pretty good. So let's go ahead and take a taste of this guy. See how this guy tastes. Dude, that is so good. That's better than probably most of the couscous that I've ever had. And I'm talking like homemade in the kitchen couscous. That's really good. You can definitely taste the almonds. I think really the only thing this would need is maybe just a smidge of salt, but this thing is pretty spot on too, man. I have to admit, that's really tasty. Well, there you go. 2 really good meals from my trail fork. they worked out pretty good for me. I definitely gotta say, I'm pretty happy with the result. I would certainly purchase some of this stuff for my backpacking trips. Well, thank you everyone for taking time to watch this video. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Make sure that you also click the like, and especially click the button for notifications, the bell for notifications. You definitely don't want to miss any videos. Again, on this channel, like I always say, we're always doing adventure videos, we're doing gear videos, and this time we're doing a backpacking cooking video. So hopefully you found this information useful. Thank you again for your time, and we'll see you next time.